Well, I've lived here for 25 years. I've raised 2 kids here. Yeah, I've lived here for a long time. And I love the city. I'm also a runner, by the way, and I've sort of probably run on every piece of pavement and every trail in the city. I know the city really, really well. And maybe you don't know about this about me. I also work in television.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What makes you do all this?
Well, I just, I'm busy. I don't sleep very much. But I work in news and Channel 5.
I don't watch that.
I'm the weather guy. No, I'm just kidding. I talk about politics on TV. But one of the things that I never liked, what's your name?
Maria.
Maria. That's pretty good. Maria. That's my mom's name, that's why I said that. One of the things that always bugs me about TV news when they talk about Oakland is they tend to talk about one thing. What's that? Violence and crime, right? It's like a one-note song. Well, Oakland has a few other notes. I'd like to hear them once in a while. It's not, yeah, we have crime here, I'm not pretending that we don't. But there's other stuff to talk about too.
Yes.
And there are good things. And one of those things to talk about are young people, for example. Why not? Right? There's good stories here too. Did you know, by the way, that we have living in the city of Oakland? Here's an example of something you never read in the newspaper. We have an example of a great news story. The oldest person in the country, I believe he's in the country, living person in the country, lives in Oakland. He's 116 years old.
116?
116, baby. Yeah. That'd be kind of interesting. Do you ever see a TV story about this? Well, what do we talk about? What do we do? Bang, right? Right? All the time. There's all sorts of things like that. There's lots of people who came from Oakland, interesting people, artists, actors, obviously athletes, right? Lots of things that started in Oakland, not somewhere else, but we never talk about those become fixated on violence and crime. And news, by the way, just to share something else with you about news, because this shapes your reality here, talking about Oakland. In news, we are oftentimes drawn, when we pick what stories to write about in newspapers or to show on television. Television is even more true because television is a visual medium. So we need to see it graphically, we need a picture of it, right? We like to watch it, we don't always like to read it, if you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Well, we get drawn, generally, when we're making choices about news, to conflict. Anything that looks like that's something against something. Well, what's a bigger example of that than violence? Violence is all about conflict, isn't it? And crime, in particular, is all about that. So it's sort of a natural, kind of easy, if you're a lazy reporter, thing to focus on, frankly, because it's an obvious choice. And let's be honest, when somebody's having a fight out in the schoolyard, aren't there usually a crowd of people around them before the principal gets there? Why? We stop and we watch. Right? And people who watch television are different, unfortunately. So, one of the reasons I ran, a different answer to the question, and Maria, to your question, one of the things I love about Oakland, I think there are lots of things to love about this city, and I'm really sick and tired of always just focusing on violence. We should definitely focus on violence, but the way the rest of the world sees us is only through that lens, and I think there's other ways we could see Oakland. I wish there was a TV crew in here with me now talking to all of you. Good-looking kids asking smart questions, even if I'm boring you.